Hello everybody and welcome here in Macomb Township Government Access. Jason Burnt with you, getting set for this varsity boys basketball game between L'Anse Creuse North and Eisenhower. Let's quickly take a look at our starting lineups. First for the visitors, for Mike, we have number 2, Lorenzo Delicio, number 3, Anthony Kujai, number 11, Matteo Candela, number 20, J. Javante Reed, and number 40, Massimo D'Aristotle. Head coach for Eisenhower is Tom Antishan. L'Anse Creuse North, the home team, comes out with number 3, Makai Johnson, number 4, Jeremiah Stewart, and number 5, Jordan Bersut, number 12, Brian Bendo, and number 15, Jakari Hamilton. Head coach L'Anse Creuse North is Jay Seletsky. LCN in the home white uniforms, Eisenhower, the Road Blues. First MAC Red game of the season. Not often we see these games before the holiday break, but schedule bumped up this season, so we'll see a bunch of them. Opening tip won by L'Anse Creuse North. Jordan Bersut controls at the point. Kai Johnson, we'll look for him to have a big year offensively this year. Looking down in the post, ball knocked away. Ike comes away with a steal. Delicio controls out top. Candela, whose older brother played for Eisenhower as well. Now it's Matteo getting a crack in the varsity lineup. Anthony Kujai gonna see a lot of time. Unfortunately there for him. Lost control of the ball, got called for a travel. LCN still trying to figure out their identity. Coach Seletsky mentioned before the game. Figure out where they are at as a team. Jeremiah Stewart cut off baseline. Goes back out top. Johnson. Nice little spin inside. Floats it, misses. Put back follow is good. So Makai Johnson gets the first points of the game. Candela inside. Little pump fake. That shot falls. Nice answer by Eisenhower. Hamilton sets a nice screen. Outside Johnson. Takes a couple dribbles, fires, misses everything. Hamilton battling for the board inside. Gonna get a jump ball. Both he and J. Javante Reed got tangled up underneath. Possession arrow favors Ike, so they'll have it with 6.5 to go in the opening quarter. Candela. Nice baseline cut that time by number 2, Lorenzo Delicio. Gets that bucket to fall, and Ike takes the first lead of their first lead of the game. Stewart being matched up against Chukai. Ball knocked away. Johnson comes away with it, dishes it nicely to Hamilton inside off the back iron. Gets a second chance, can't get that one to go. Got a rebound again, out of bounds, it'll be off Eisenhower. Good work on the offensive glass right there by Hamilton, just couldn't get one of those shots to fall. And a bad inbound pass right there, a turnover. Eisenhower comes away with it now. In transition, three-pointer on the way. Delicio knocks it down. So Eisenhower with the 5-point lead. LCN will call a 30-second timeout. It was LCN getting some chances in the paint, unable to capitalize. Ike comes down and knocks down the triple. Both teams got some big MAC Red games coming up. LCN will see Dakota in their next one, followed by a road matchup at Stevenson. Ike will have a game against Stevenson, followed by a tough test against Roseville, first year up in the MAC Red. It was LCN last year beating Ike twice. So the Eagles looking for a little bit of payback this season. Jordan Brissoit running things at the point. Johnson playing off the ball, will fire a three of his own. Bounces around the iron. Hamilton trying to grab a rebound. It went out of bounds off him, so Ike will take possession. Jakari Hamilton working hard underneath. Three-pointer once again by Ike. This one off the back iron. Long rebound comes down to Candela. Turnaround jump shot is good. Seven-point lead here for Ike. Johnson working against Chukai. Nice job defensively to stay with him. Little give right there, knocked away. Eisenhower's defense playing well here early. Underneath, Chukai, little backdoor lay-in. 9-point lead here for Ike on the road. LCN needs some offense and needs it quick. Under 4.5 to go in the opening quarter. Near steal right there. Brian Bendo in the corner, goes back to Johnson. He'll just dribble it out top. Being hounded by Delicio. Couple screens, Brissoit fires a triple and knocks it down. So that breaks the offensive drought for North. Back within 6. Jump shot from the lane, no good. Rebounded, grabbed by Bendo. Flips it to Hamilton, up ahead. Nice. Unselfish play up and down the court there, and it was Brissoit getting the final lay-in. Some dangerous passing, but it worked that time. So LCN cuts into the deficit as we approach 3 minutes to play in the quarter. Chukai off glass, knocks it down. And we're going to get a reach-in foul now against Eisenhower. That's going to be Chukai. Pressure in the ball. Couple of substitutions now here for L'Anse Creuse North as Jensen Davenport checks in, as does Colton Krolowski. A little bit more size into the game now for North. Brissoit tripped up, no call. And now it'll be Eisenhower in transition. Breakaway, a nice defensive play coming back by Makai Johnson. And now what are we going to get? We got a player down behind the play. Jordan Brissoit down, shaken up after he was tripped up, and they lost possession that time. A heck of a defensive effort by Makai Johnson to get down the court with that block, and LCN will have the possession. Good to see Brissoit up. He's going to walk to the bench. Holding his nose, must have taken a shot to the face that time. So a sub in now. Chris Johnson replaces him. Bendo looking in the paint. Davenport in the post. Nice spin move off glass. Misses. Got his own rebound. Will kick it back out. Nice save. Otherwise that thing would have headed into the Eisenhower bench. Ball on the floor. Loose. Davenport kicks it to Johnson. Three-pointer. Knocks it down. 5 points now for Johnson in the opening quarter. LCN within 3. And we're going to get an illegal screen on the baseline. J. Javante Reed going to get whistled for that one. So LCN will get the possession here. 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Two evenly matched teams, as it usually is between these two schools. Get a lot of good games here over the years between LCN and Ike. Johnson in the quarter, Bendo three-pointer, knocks it down, and we are tied. Leave an open shooter, that's what's gonna happen. Candela pulls up, fires and hits. Mateo Candela. Bendo again in the corner, this time they closed out on him. Looking baseline, knocked away nicely by Ike. Candela hands it to Chukai. Puts it on the floor, just inside the three-point line, fires and hits. 6 points for Chukai in the opening quarter. Johnson from the elbow, off the back iron, rebounded by Chukai. Here comes Ike, trying to push it in transition. Candela from the foul line. D'Aristotle misses, comes down the rebound, that time Davenport. Now here comes Johnson, under a minute to go. Chris Johnson, good ball fake. We're gonna get a blocking foul underneath against Eisenhower. Chukai that time. Second foul against him, so he'll exit. Jake Munn checks in to replace him. Couple of substitutions now for LCN as well as number 25, Anthony Sigleric. And back into the game, Jordan Brissoit. Good to see him back in there. Little ball fake, and then he fires a triple and knocks it down. So, hey, why not? 8 points for him in the opening quarter. 1 point ball game. Eisenhower will hold for one final shot. Down to 15 seconds. Candela at the point, running in isolation. Gets it back now, drives inside, underneath, knocked away nicely by Glerick. 3.6 on the clock, enough time to get a shot up. Gotta watch for that little alley-oop here in the lane. Candela's got it, pull up, fire, in and out. And that's the way the opening quarter will come to a close, an exciting one. Both teams back and forth. It's Ike with the 1 point lead, 17-16 on the road. Stay with us. We'll be back in a few moments for the start of the second quarter. Don't go away.
Got a quarter?
Welcome back here at Macomb Township Government Access. Jason Burnt with you, getting set for the start of the second quarter. LCN Ike, varsity boys basketball. Eisenhower with the 1 point lead and led by 3 players in that opening quarter. LCN fell down by as many as 9 and cut back into that deficit and only trailed by 1. They'll start this second quarter with the possession. Brissoit gets a screen there from Davenport, comes around out top. Looking back inside for him, it was knocked away. Ball loose, Brissoit almost had it back. D'Aristotle came up with it. Here comes Eisenhower now. Jake Munn put on the brakes, dishes it off to Delisio. Candela drives inside, got fouled. Looked like he wanted to dish that off underneath, but got knocked down to the court. It's only the first team foul against LCN. I'm going to say he was in the act of shooting, however. No, he's underneath the basket. The team thought it was a shooting foul. It's a non-shooting. He was passing that ball when he was fouled, so good call by the refs. Munn puts it on the floor from the foul line, floats one up, in and out. That's what you call a tough luck miss, and here comes North now. Brasoit in the lane, tried to dish it off, gets it back. Davenport out top. Chris Johnson from the foul line, kicks it out. Three-pointer on the way. Karlowski misses that one. Ball loose underneath. Eisenhower comes away with the rebound. Little jump shot from the elbow right there by Lorenzo Delicio. Fills that one up. Give him 7 points in the ball game. Baseline drive, kick out. We're going to get a travel though. Chris Johnson shuffled the feet before putting the ball on the deck. 6:40 left to go before halftime. Eisenhower with the 3-point lead. Mateo Candela bringing it up for Ike. Gives it over to Munn. Jump shot from the elbow that time. Aristotle misses. Ike, second chance opportunity. Jakari Hamilton back into the game for North. Going to look to get some of those tough rebounds. A nice knockaway right there. And then a reach-in foul. Anthony Sigleric came away with the steal and then tried to get it out. Second foul called against J. Javante Reed, so he'll exit the ball game. Brian Bendo back into the game for North. As is Makai Johnson. Gonna get another foul against Eisenhower. 5th team foul now. It's just to the one for L'Anse Creuse North, so. Kai Johnson putting it on the deck, trying to shake his defender. Nice screen by Hamilton. They go in the corner, three-pointer on the way. Jordan Brasoit misses that one. Ball loose on the floor, and Eisenhower comes away. Coming up on 5 minutes to play here at halftime. Candela goes over to Munn, drives inside, off glass, got it. Jake Munn, his first bucket of the ball game. Eisenhower has a 5-point lead. Makai Johnson looking back into the post. Bendo, double team, kick out. Karlowski three-pointer off the front iron, rebounded by Candela. And we're gonna get a foul against L'Anse Creuse North. Only the second team foul. Good ball movement here by Ike. Sets up D'Aristotle in the corner. Knocks down the triple. One of the leaders of this team. Ike now leads at 24-16. Hamilton a little bit out of control, but they do call a blocking foul. Eisenhower didn't like the call, but officials said it was a block. So Hamilton will go to the line. Hamilton misses the first. Checking back in for LCN is Jeremiah Stewart, replacing Kralowski. So Chikari Hamilton knocks down one of two. It's a 7-point lead for Eisenhower. LCN brought that press. Ike able to beat it, sets up a three-pointer by Candela, who knocks it down. 9 points for him in the opening half. Bendo, little ball fake, drives inside, floater, misses. Hamilton rebound and a putback. Good effort on the offensive glass that time by Hamilton. An 8-point game, and now they're going to get a foul. Makai Johnson thought it was a clean steal, but they're going to get him for a reach-in. Third team foul. 3:26 left to go in the opening half. Candela, good ball control, spins from the foul line, misses, ball comes down, rebounded by Stewart. Makai Johnson, nice crossover. In the post, Hamilton tried to dish it off that time, knocked out of bounds, it went off Bendo. So it'll be Ike basketball with 3 minutes left to go. Ike once again able to beat the press, missed three-pointer, a putback, second chance opportunity misses. And here comes North now in transition, knocked away from behind. Lorenzo Delicio, and now we're gonna get a foul. It's gonna be Makai Johnson, his second foul. Now the fourth team foul against LCN. 16 fouls against Ike, so one more will put LCN at the line. LCN once again going to press here. Delicio tried to drop it off. Just couldn't handle it that time. Was D'Aristotle out of bounds. So LCN forces the turnover. They get the ball back here. Down by 8. Kai Johnson, crossover, drives inside, knocks it down and one. Good body control that time by Makai Johnson, or excuse me, Chris Johnson. LCN with the two Johnsons at number 2 and number 3. That one right there is Chris Johnson. Made a nice drive inside and looking to complete the three-point play. Unable to do so. Ball out of bounds. They're going to say it went off Ike. So fortunate that time for the Crusaders. They'll get another possession here. Try to cut into this deficit even more. Johnson fires for 3 and knocks it down. 5 quick points for Chris Johnson, and just like that, Crusaders back within 3. D'Aristotle floats one up and hits. Nice answer there for Massimo D'Aristotle. Ball knocked away, Ike comes away with the steal. In transition, 4 on 2 the other way. Inside, Delicio misses. Offensive rebound there by Luke Adamczyk. And he was fouled trying to go back up with it. 1:44 left to go in the first half. Adamczyk knocks down the first, so get one more. Jensen Davenport checks back into the lineup for North. (31-24) our score. LCN quickly up ahead. Davenport had that drop, tried to get it back to a teammate. This time it's Ike in transition, a miss. Adamczyk goes back up, can't get that one to fall. Jensen Davenport with the rebound, and now we're going to get a reach-in foul. Mateo Candela trying to get that one back. LCN in the bonus, so they'll go to the line for a one-on-one opportunity now. Jensen Davenport at the line. Davenport knocks down the first. Colton Kralowski back into the game for LCN. So LCN back within 5. They'll bring a little pressure now. Delicio gonna get called for a travel. Move too quick before putting the ball on the deck. LCN forces the turnover. Now with a minute 16, they'll try to cut into this deficit even more. Jordan Bersoit at the point guard position. He's had a nice first half. Johnson has had a nice first half as well. Knocks down another triple. That's 8 points all here in the second quarter. And it's a 2-point ball game. High pass, hard to control, but lucky for Eisenhower that time. They held on to it, but then they turn it over with a travel. So LCN's defense coming up big here in the final minute. And now they have an opportunity after trailing for most of the first half to either tie or take the lead. Kralowski just outside the foul line, goes into Davenport. He's going to get called for a travel. Got caught too far underneath and had 4 blue jerseys all around him. Had nowhere to go. So now with 25.6, Eisenhower will have the possession, see if they want to hold for a final shot. LCN bringing some pressure. Candela, three-pointer on the way. Off the mark. Offensive rebound put back that time by Massimo D'Aristotle. 3 seconds left. Three-pointer on the way, off the mark. And that's the way the opening half will come to a close. It's been mostly Eisenhower in this first half. LCN has come back twice. They trail 33-29. Stay with us. We'll be back in a few moments for the start of the second half. Don't go away.
Because of you, I felt hopeless.
I know it was a joke, but it still hurt me.
Because of you, I felt wanted and not alone in this world.
Because you said hi to me on the first day of school, I felt included, and I knew that I was going to be okay.
Macomb County, 27 cities, townships, and villages. From East Point to Memphis, Romeo to New Baltimore. 458 square miles of where you want to be. It's a place where your children can grow, and so can your business. Macomb County's tree-lined borders contain over 12,000 acres of parkland. Its outer edge, 31 miles of freshwater shoreline, both filled each year with countless concerts, festivals, and family reunions. It's the birthplace of advanced technologies that not only instruct future generations, but protect them. Hey, and those are just facts. You can get that from the internet or a book. No. To truly understand what Macomb County is all about, you need to experience it. You need to live here. You need to work here. When you do that, you'll know you're home.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Welcome back here on Macomb Township Government Access. Jason Burnt with you, getting set for the start of the second half here between L'Anse Creuse North and Eisenhower, varsity boys basketball. Ike on the road has the 33-29 lead. They were led in that first half by 4 different players. Lorenzo Delicio with 7, Anthony Chukai with 6. Mateo Candela had 9 points to lead all their scorers, and Massimo D'Aristotle had 7. For L'Anse Creuse North, there was 3 players leading the way. Chris Johnson had 8 points all in the second quarter. Makai Johnson had 5, and Jordan Bersoit had 8. So Eisenhower will start the third quarter with the possession. Kind of a back and forth first half as Eisenhower jumped out to an early lead. LCN came back to get close, and Ike was able to do that once again, but LCN right at the end of the second quarter was able to cut into it. An easy bucket inside to start things off for Mateo Candela. On the other end, Makai Johnson misses, and we're going to get a reach in trying to grab that rebound. D'Aristotle had it, and it was number 12, Bendo, with the reach in foul. Brian Bendo, the senior. So Ike with the 6-point advantage and the ball here. Ike works the perimeter, looking inside, ball knocked away quickly by Hamilton. Ike able to keep the possession. Candela for 3, a little off balance, misses that shot, ball comes down, and Delicio with the rebound. Second chance opportunity now here for Eisenhower is Chukai. Working around the perimeter once again. I'll see him playing tough man-to-man defense right now. Delicio puts it on the floor, drives inside off glass, lays it in. Good cut that time by Lorenzo Delicio. The first 4 points of the third quarter go to Ike. Hard screen by Hamilton. In the corner, Bendo drives inside, lays it in. Nice spacing that time and a nice cut by Brian Bendo. I'm going to say a foul on the floor here on this end. Colton Kralowski whistled for the foul. Coach Seletsky coming out with Kralowski in the starting lineup to start the second half. Candela catches, fires, and hits. Mateo Candela with 14 points. Bendo kicks it out. Kralowski, 3-pointer, off the back iron. Rebound come down with J. Javante Reed. It'll be LCN basketball here underneath their own basket. It's the MAC Red battle for rebounds almost on every play. Another tip ball. D'Aristotle was knocked out of bounds, so Ike comes away with the steal. 5:49 left to go in the third quarter. They have a 9-point lead, and that's what the Crusaders are going to have to avoid here in the second half. Costly turnovers if they hope to get back into this ball game. Chukai with the spin. Got tied up, and we're going to get a jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Eagles, so we'll stay on this side of the court. Makai Johnson almost came away with a swipe. Good effort to try to chase it down, but they're going to get a reach-in foul against them. Good hustle that time by Makai Johnson to stay with it, but they get him for a reach-in, and that's going to be his fourth foul, so he's going to have to go to the bench. That's a blow right there for the Crusaders. 5.5 to go in the third quarter. Alicio pulls up, fires, misses. Rebound comes down. Kralowski has it. Picked up his dribble, in trouble, and Ike comes away with a steal, but Delicio couldn't control it. Tried a little one-handed flip pass and took his eyes off it for just a second. And LCA unfortunate, now they'll have the possession. Bersoit brings it up here for the Crusaders. Gets a screen from Hamilton. Little head fake, kicks it out. Hamilton hands it off. Kralowski. He attempted the little give and go that time, just couldn't handle it. Kralowski gonna get called for a travel. Saw a wide open lane and his eyes got big. Chukai for three, that one off the mark. Rebound by Reed. Second chance opportunity. Delicio. Third chance. Turnaround jump shot goes. Right now, Eisenhower working a little harder on the offensive glass. Getting second and third chance opportunities. Makai Johnson off high glass misses. Up ahead, a bad pass that time picked off by Kralowski. LCN might have numbers if they hurry up. Bersoit fires for three, misses. Rebounded by Brian Bendo, floats it up and hits. Bendo's got all 4 points here for North in the third quarter. We're gonna need more offensive output. Chukai from the paint, little floater goes. Anthony Chukai, one of the leaders on this Eisenhower team as well. And a look backdoor that time for Chris Johnson, just out of his outstretched arms. And once again, another turnover. Makai Johnson checks back in with those 4 fouls. Coach Seletsky realizes he needs some offense. Got to find a way to get back into the game here in the third quarter so it's not an astronomical deficit in the fourth. Three-pointer, Chukai knocks it down. 11 points for him in this ball game. Looking baseline, that one knocked away. Ike comes away with another steal. Chukai, a little hesitation, floats one up, misses, got his own rebound. They move it around, three-pointer, Delicio misses that one. A third chance though. D'Aristotle knocks that one down. Right now, Eisenhower having their way in the paint. Nice block from behind that time by Candela. Looking up ahead, Chukai, one-handed catch and lay-in. LCN's gonna have to get a timeout. They elect not to call one, they're gonna let him play. All the momentum in favor of Ike. We're going to get a blocking foul, though, against Eisenhower. Chukai knocked down to the deck. Makai Johnson will go to the line. Crusaders trying to find a way to stop the bleeding right now with 2.5 to go in the third quarter. Kai Johnson knocks down the first. Substitutions now for both teams is Nick Joinai for Eisenhower, number 32, comes into the game. Jensen Davenport in for LCN. As is Eric Shutter, number 22, into the ball game for the first time. So Johnson hits the second free throw. LCN finds him down 51-35. Ike has had a nice start to this season, looking to get a win in their first MAC Red contest. Little floater right there by Candela, misses. Reed battling for the rebound underneath. Johnson comes away. Up ahead to Makai Johnson in transition. Drops it off nicely to Sigleric. Nice play in transition that time by LCN. Under 2 minutes in the third. Davenport nearly knocked that one away, but it was Reed spinning baseline and getting the bucket. Davenport just outside the foul line hits. 53-39. Minute and a half to go in the quarter. Candela, that bucket will not count. They're going to say a foul was on the floor. Going to call the foul on Chris Johnson. Candela looking to spin from the elbow, kicks it back out. Delicio fires and hits. 13 points for Lorenzo Delicio. And we're going to get a travel here by Makai Johnson on this end. Another turnover for North. This Eisenhower team has got some shooters. Nice look inside, ball knocked away. It'll be off North. Ike will keep possession. Into the game for the first time, Chris Caldino for Eisenhower. So Coach Antishan going deep into his bench now with a lead. Nice work inside. Second chance opportunity, no good that time by Caladino. Here comes North, ball bouncing around out there. They keep the possession. Jack McLeod from the elbow. First time we called his name, he's in the game for L'Anse Creuse North. 15 seconds remaining, North gonna get called for a 5-second violation. Makai Johnson just keeping the ball for too long. Not paying it, and now we're going to get a whistle. Ike tried to inbound that ball quickly. The officials quickly blew the whistle, otherwise they would have had a breakout easy bucket. 13 seconds on the clock. So let's see if Ike holds for this final shot. Candela, little ISO working Makai Johnson. Inside, floats one, off the front iron, misses. Ball comes down, Ike unable to save it. It'll be North basketball with 2.3 seconds left. So they got to get it down court and get a quick shot up if they can. They'll just inbound it. Makai Johnson not going to get that shot up in time. And that's the way the third quarter will come to a close. Ike has the 55-39 lead here on the road. Stay with us. We'll be back in a few moments for the start of the fourth and final quarter.
Some say e-cigarettes aren't dangerous,
but science shows nicotine can harm teens' developing brains.
no matter how they're exposed.
Let's do an experiment to find out.
Here's a teen who won't be using e-cigarettes.
Now we need one willing to risk their brain development.
Anyone care to volunteer your kid?
Anyone?
Your kids are not an experiment. Protect them from e-cigarettes.
And we're back here at Macomb Township Government Access. Jason Burnt with you, getting set for the fourth quarter. Varsity boys basketball, LCN and Ike. Right now the Eagles lead this thing 55-39. Really their big four providing all the scoring. Lorenzo Delicio with 13, Anthony Chukai with 13, Mateo Candela leading all scorers with 14, Massimo D'Aristotle with 9. So those four players have really paced the way for them. And now they have a bigger lead here in the fourth quarter. LCN's got some work to do. Three-pointer on the way. Jeremiah Stewart misses. Battle for the rebound. LCN, good hustle to get it back. Hard trap in the corner. They're able to get it out, but we're going to get a timeout from the bench before that pass got out of there. Coach Seletsky was quick to recognize that trap in the corner. 30 seconds. Nope, he's going to want a full timeout. No, it's just going to be a 30-second timeout, so a short one here is. Coach Seletsky will draw one up. Ball will be inbounded from their own corner. Again, both these schools got some MAC Red games coming up. We've seen Dakota already once here on our network. Pretty good basketball team this year, the defending MAC Red champs. So that's the next game for L'Anse Creuse North. And we'll have that game right here on MTGA. Eisenhower's got games with Stevenson, and then they'll see Roseville. It looks like a pretty good basketball team this year. Makai Johnson, three-pointer off the mark. He was knocked down, no call. Out of bounds, it'll stay with North. Stewart inbounds. First time we've seen in the game. Merzouk shamps it in. Oh, and landing hard that time was Makai Johnson, and quickly calling out the trainer. He hit the deck hard. You can hear him wail as soon as he hit. Landed right on that tailbone, lower back. Went up to try to block the shot and just came down awkwardly. He was hurt most of last year. Had a concussion that kept him out of several games, pretty much most of the second half of the season. Chris Johnson comes in, he's going to replace him. So Makai gets up, he's holding that lower back tailbone area, trying to shake it off. That hardwood can be unforgiving. So we got a foul on that last play, and Candela at the line misses the first of his two free throws. Mateo Candela, mentioned earlier, his older brother played for Ike, and now we get a chance to see him on the varsity team. And he leads all scorers with 15. So looks to be a pretty good player himself. 56-39 our score. Chris Johnson now running things out top. Zook lost control of that one. We might need a little more production out of him. Little lane opened up that time, and unfortunate for Jack McLeod, a little too hard off the glass. He turned and saw the defense part ways. Just couldn't finish. Calladino inside, he was fouled. So Chris Calladino will go to the line. That's the 16th foul against LCN, only one for Eisenhower. So the next one against the Crusaders will give the bonus. 1-on-1 opportunities for Ike the rest of the way. Second foul shot off the mark. Shamsuddin let that one go. I thought it might have been off him, but the official said it was off Eisenhower, so fortunate. North will get this possession. And down by 18, they got to find some answers and quick. Shutter puts it on the deck. Over to Zook. They move it around the perimeter. Johnson in the corner. Excuse me, that's Stewart in the corner. Looking for a cutting teammate. Baseline drive, Johnson. Gonna get a foul against Eisenhower. It'll be LCN basketball. Three-pointer on the way. Johnson misses. Battle for the rebound. Nice one there to tip it to himself. Jack McLeod. Ball loose on the floor. Eisenhower dives, comes away with it. Now in transition, Candela cuts back towards the middle and brings it back out. Sets himself for three, knocks it down. Great individual effort that time by Mateo Candela. Give him 18 points in the ball game. And now a 21-point advantage for Ike, and they come away with another steal. Calladino, he was fouled. And the wheels have kind of come off here a little bit for L'Anse Creuse North. And Eisenhower has played well here tonight. Give them credit. Now we're going to get some substitutions, both teams. Second foul shot rolls around and falls. 62-39 our score. Eisenhower has pretty much controlled this one from the get-go. Once they got up to about a 9-point lead, they've not surrendered it. Hard drive inside. Jeremiah Stewart was fouled. Stewart knocks down the first. That's the first points here in the fourth quarter for L'Anse Creuse North. They were outscored 22-10 in the third. And thus far being outscored 7-2 now here in the fourth. Three-pointer on the way, and the points just keep coming. Chris Calladino knocks down the triple. 6 points for him tonight. All here in the fourth quarter as he's getting extended playing time. Baseline drive by Stewart, but they said he dribbled it on the baseline, so another turnover. Eisenhower will just spread the floor here, look to work some clock. Up big in this one. Candela now drives inside. That one knocked away. Nice steal by Stewart. Dribble behind his back in transition. Floats one up. Nice coast-to-coast play by Jeremiah Stewart. And the finger roll finish. LCN will have to show that aggression in the upcoming games. They've got Dakota in our next one. Like I said, they'll have to shake this one off and get ready for a tough Cougar team that'll come in here. 4-time defending MAC Red champion Dakota Cougars. We saw them once already. They look pretty solid in the win over Romeo. Coming up on 3.5 to play in the ball game. Eisenhower clearly just slowing things down here. No need to continue to pile up the points. 22-point advantage. Candela will float, fire, and hit. He wanted a foul. 20 points for Mateo Candela. Played an outstanding ball game here tonight. We're going to get a foul now here against Ike. It looks like it's going to go against Candela. Nope, it's going to be Jake Munn whistled for that foul. Now we get some fresh substitutions in for Eisenhower. Ferris Schweiss, first time into the game for him. Missed shot there, rebounded by D'Aristotle. 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Eisenhower will look toward to their next game against Stevenson. Lost some players from last year. Interesting to see how they do this season. And that ball out of bounds. Eisenhower tried to save it, but it'll be LCN basketball. And now Mateo Candela exits, and his teammates going to give him a well-deserved round of applause. He played an excellent ball game for Ike tonight. Led all scorers with 20. Inside, Shamsuddin had that one knocked away, but he was fouled. Going to get a reach in. Now a couple subs for Eisenhower now as they officially empty their bench. Matt Eldred in for the first time, and Brady Van Gilder, number 1. So everybody getting playing time here tonight. You can do that when you're up big. Three-pointer miss, Jordan Bersoit. Here comes Ike now looking to push. Van Gilder kicks it across. Three-pointer on the way, off the back iron. Rebounded by Eric Shutter. Here comes North. Bersoit cut off. And they get a blocking foul that time by Brendan Bomberito. 2 minutes to go here in the ball game, and Eisenhower will improve to 1-0. Zook drives in and lays it in. LCN's going to need more of him this season. Definitely more of that post presence. So Eisenhower going to improve to 1-0 in MAC Red play. LCN 0-1. Nice block coming across by Zook. Hard drive inside. Bersoit, ball loose on the floor. Eisenhower comes away with it. Van Gilder has it. We'll just dribble it back out now and kill some of that clock. Hard collision that time. We're going to get an offensive foul. Brendan Bomarito a little bit out of control that time, through a shoulder. So with 1:05 left, another substitution in the final minute. Jeremiah Stewart checks in. Underneath, Zook again, up and under, and he lays it in. So a couple of fourth quarter buckets here in the final minute. .20 lead. What's going to look like a 20-point win for Eisenhower on the road. They've looked good here tonight. We'll have to see a match up against some of those other teams in the MAC Red that kind of calling the front runners, the Dakotas and Roseville. Looks to have a team this year coming up to the MAC Red. Of course, Chippewa Valley's got some athletes as well. In transition now, North. Nice job that time by Sigleric, putting on the brakes. 4 points for him. And that's going to be your final score. Eisenhower on the road wins it 67-49 over L'Anse Creuse North. An outstanding ball game for the Eagles. Once again, look for future telecasts. We got some nice games coming up here in Macomb Township Government Access, but for the rest of our crew here at MTGA, I'm Jason Burnt saying so long. Once again, final score, Eisenhower wins it 67-49. So long.